your story? Come along, no need to hurry. Every voice is meant to be heard. What's your story? Tell it loud, tell it proud. What's your story?
Welcome to an episode of Talking with Jorge. Today we're starting a new series called What's Your Story? And today we have a guest here in the studio, someone who's been around. You've seen him everywhere you go, any events, he's always there. I want to welcome Refi here to the studio today. Refi, welcome to Talking with Jorge. How are you doing today, man?
I'm doing wonderful. It's a beautiful day outside and I'm doing great.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day. It's not raining. It's a little cold.
Yeah,
It's a little cold, but it's not raining. So we want to talk about what's your story? What's Refi's story? You know, how long you've been in business, you know, where you've been and where you come from and where you see yourself, you know, in the future. Hopefully this series will help other entrepreneurs, other people that are thinking about opening a business and maybe they're afraid, they're not sure, you know, what do I do? What are the steps? It's too hard, you know, things like that. So I want to start a new series. So hopefully this, your story, my story, somebody else's story will inspire these people, you know, to go ahead and take a dive and open their business, right?
Yeah, that's great. I love the idea. I think that it's necessary for people to hear our story and people to see that we're all the same. We're all on the same journey. We can relate somehow, you know, like for instance, if maybe you can't relate with this person, but then you can relate with that same person on other topics. So we might not be the same completely 100%, but, you know, we all have something in common.
So your business is RefiSnacks, right?
Yes, my business is RefiSnacks. They originated the name from my first name, Refugío. And a lot of people could not say Refugío. They wanted to come up with something that's short. And Refi is not refrigerator, not refinance, right? It's just Refi. And the snacks comes because we serve all kinds of snacks. I mean, we focus on chamoy candy and regular candy as well, but we also have things from Guadalajara like esquites, tostilocos, nachos with cheese, hot Cheetos with cheese, just to name a few. But if I may share a little bit of my story.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like growing up, my family's always been entrepreneurs. You know, my grandma, I remember she used to sell pozole and tacos dorados up in Guadalajara. And my mom also had a taco place as well. My business has taken me places where I would have never imagined. It's helped me meet people that I would have never imagined to meet. And wonderful friends like you and your wife, you know, who have been there through my journey and showed up at, you know, some of my first events and always show up for me. So it's really rewarding to be able to express myself and be able to share what I love so much from where I'm from, Guadalajara, and my entrepreneurship life of my family.
So let me ask you a question.
Yes.
How long have you been in business?
So it's been a life for 5 years.
5 years.
5 years.
You have a birthday party coming up too, right? For RefiSnacks.
Yes, we have our 5-year anniversary party. And it's basically going to be all of my friends who have vendors as well here in the community, small businesses. They're setting up a pop-up, and we're doing a huge pop-up with food trucks. We have a henna artist. We have a face painter. We have free beer for the first 50 people. And we have it's going to be a really special time.
Free beer for the first 50 21 year and old people, right?
Yes, correct. We don't, yes.
Yeah. So 5 years. Okay. So, you know, what inspired you to go into the business? I know your family were entrepreneurs and things like that, you said, but what really inspired you to go ahead and take a dive and open your business?
That's a great question, George. I don't really have like an actual inspiration. It was more of a need, you know, to start my own business because at that time, so 5 years ago, it was 2020. We're in 2025 right now. If I can do math correctly, that's 5 years. But COVID hit. And I lost both of my jobs. I was working at The Habit and at Cold Stone, being an ice cream ambassador. And I would mix the ice cream for people. And we would sing like tip, tip, hooray, and all of that fun stuff. And that really showed me how to have customer service skills. So then when COVID hit, I was my freshman year in college here at the AV Antelope Valley College, the local college here. And I couldn't afford to pay for it anymore because I don't get financial aid. So I decided to start my own business. I decided to share what I love, which is candy. I love candy. I've always loved candy, especially gummies. Soft, delicious gummy bears, gummy worms, peach rings, watermelon chunks, mango chunks. I mean, I eat this stuff all the time. So I wanted to make something that would be original. And so we started messing around with different chamoy recipes, my mom and I, and with her background and being, in the kitchen all the time, it was wonderful to come up with such a special recipe that's really, really unique.
What has been one of your biggest challenges? What has been one of your biggest challenges in opening your business?
I think one of the biggest challenges that I've had opening my business would probably be capital. I didn't necessarily come from trust of money or anything like that. If anything, very humble beginnings. And I think that might be a challenge for some of the people that are thinking of starting their business. Like, how am I going to financially be able to afford this, right? And I would just say, just try your best and just like don't give up because, anything is possible. Yeah.
Yeah, anything is possible. You just got to put your mind to it and set it and go forward. Was there any moment in your life, while you were, opening your business during the 5 years that you say, you know what? That's it. I quit. You wanted to throw in the towel. Was there any moment in your life where you wanted to quit?
There's been many moments where I've wanted to quit. I'm going to be honest with you because dealing with certain personalities, sometimes you crash and sometimes they don't see the vision that you might have, or you come from a different background, or, X, Y, and Z, right? So my most like vulnerable is just not giving up. Like, even if they close a door on your face, then, there's many other doors. If one door closes, there's a big saying, another one opens. It's very true.
The bigger one.
The bigger one opens, yeah. Or it could be a smaller one. But I'm saying the whole analogy here is that doors are opening left and right. So if one door closes, knowing, what I know now from this 5-year experience that I've had with RefiSnacks, that's been wonderful. I think now I can say, oh, okay, cool. Like, just move on to the next door, right? And before, it used to really affect me in my mental health. I used to like literally cry and like, just really be vulnerable to that situation. Because I'm like, why can't they see me for what I'm offering, the hard work that I'm doing, and what I'm trying to do here, like, elevate others with me as well as I'm coming up, not just, elevating for Refi, but elevating for the whole community. And so that the kid that's sitting at home watching this is like, damn, like Refi's young. He's only 27 years old, and he started when he was 22. And, I want them to feel that they can also do it. And right. that's my biggest thing. But ever wanting to quit, it's always gonna happen.
Yeah. But we have to stay focused. We have to stay positive, right?
Yeah.
All those negative things that happen in our lives, they really just a stepping stone to something bigger. Because when we make the mistakes that we make as we are growing and learning our business, it's just experiences that will make you stronger, right? There's many times also in my life that I want to throw in the towel. We've been 24 years with the business now, right? And at the very beginning, a lot of doors were closed on my face. No, thank you, right? But you got to stay positive and don't give up. And think that those things that are negative in your life is just going to make you stronger. The mistakes that you make, is because you're going to learn from those mistakes and make you stronger and not do the same mistake again.
Yeah.
Right. But it is natural. It is normal for us to try to give up, but let's not give up. Right. We got to stay positive and keep moving forward. Right.
Yeah.
How has your business evolved in the last 5 years since you opened? How will you compare it to now?
It's been a journey. I will definitely say that. And how I could compare it is by looking at what we have now and what we've built, the connections we built. We started in a pop-up, and just a bunch of vendors who are hit with COVID. And so now they had lost their jobs or X, Y, and Z. And now they started their business, right? Some sell candles, some sell food, some sell candy like me, some other ones sell keychains, right? Everybody's trying to make it during COVID times. And now when I look back, I really like the fact that I was able to nail down the brand. I was able to say like, okay, this is what I like to do. This is what I'm going to do. And then we're not going left or right. We're always staying in our lane. So respecting others while we're doing it, right? Like not getting in other people's lanes and other businesses, just doing what you do best and then being happy with that. And I think the biggest thing is like respect, just respecting everybody around you and just go, keep going little by little. And, just a few weeks ago, we got invited to the Los Angeles Sport and Entertainment Summit in downtown LA at the convention center. I never thought I would be getting that invitation from Mayor Karen Bass' office. So they see me, they know I'm here, right? And they're like, hey, come have a seat at our table because the Olympics of 2028 are coming to Los Angeles, and the Antelope Valley is part of Los Angeles County.
Right,
So we want everybody to have the same opportunity. And so I'm really thankful, to the office of Mayor Karen Bass for seeing me as a small business. And I was able to also bring my friends over as well. Like I shared my friends over at Azteca Mexican restaurant. I said, hey, there's this summit coming up and we're both, kind of on the same boat. We're young, we're entrepreneurs. Like, do you want to come with me? We can make it a hangout day and just learn and man, did we learn. I mean, we learn about bits and how to get government contracts and how to grow. So yeah, from where I started at a pop-up, right? And now being at the convention center, sitting next to, Mayor Karen Bass, having a conversation, that's huge.
Right.
And I am so happy and so proud of all the work I've done.
And, I've also noticed that you go to LA and things like that, but I've also seen that you have your events at different counties, locations, different cities. I think you've been in San Bernardino, Riverside, or something like that, some other events, fairs. Yeah. Right? How did you get around to be at those other events?
Well, I really capitalized on being in LA, being in LA County, right? And so when you say you're from the AB, you're going to stay in the AB. But when you say you're from a county, you're servicing, right, the higher Los Angeles area, but also Los Angeles, you're really servicing. So I really had to show up and make sure that people know that my business is there. So yes, we've been through North Hollywood. Yes, we've been to Calabasas, the beautiful city of Calabasas, where the Kardashians live. So much fun. Like I didn't know I could be there. And I was part of that. And we've been to Santa Monica. We've been downtown LA. And just to name a few, Monrovia, the city of Monrovia, we do the farmers markets there on Fridays. And so really taking the initiative to apply to events. Don't be scared. Right. Don't be scared, people. Don't be scared, because scare is the one that's stopping you from starting your thing. I would say also staying consistent. So sending emails to people and just looking up, for example, the vegan street fair. That's a completely different ball game of event. The Vegan Street Fair is in North Hollywood every April of every year. And everybody knows it's coming to LA and it's growing and growing. And when I first started that event, it used to be at a park. So it used to be very small. And now because of the legacy they have built, they moved it to a major street in Hollywood where they closed the street up. And so you could imagine you have people who live in Hollywood, but you also have the community, the Latino, the Hispanics, the Armenians, the Indians, everybody is in LA. So
Yeah,
it's
we're
been
one
beautiful.
big melting pot,
Yes.
right? How does your business impact? How do you impact in a positive way our community?
That's a good question. Thank you for asking that. I think the biggest impact we do is during the holiday season. We host the annual snack drive where we're able to give back snacks that we collect with our partners in our city. We put boxes where people could come and drop off donations, and then we pass them out during the Salvation Army Angel Tree Giving. So 500 families get selected randomly, and then the Salvation Army gives them toys. But while they're doing the toys, RefiSnacks has a full 2 canopies, 10 by 10, and it's about 4 tables full of just candy, chips, chocolate bars, of course, my candy, popcorn, and the kids come and buy and get it. They don't buy it. It's free. It's free for them.
Okay.
And they get so excited, more so than the toys sometimes. You know, they like the Takis. And they're like, oh, they got like, but they're getting they're getting a bicycle and they're like, oh, crazy over the Takis. So it's like, it's wonderful to see that. But not only are we making an impact during the holiday, right? We're also making an impact throughout every single day of the whole year because we are representing the AV down in LA, down in North Hollywood, down in Calabasas, right? So we're saying, hey, we're here. And this beautiful city has a lot of potential, just like me. So I think the impact that I'm bringing to the table, just inspiring others to be their true, authentic selves and believe in it. You know, as you know, right now I'm a full-time college student. I went back to college.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's good for you. Good for you.
Thank you. I went back. Right now I'm taking 3 classes. I'm taking a business administration class. I'm taking an economy 201 class, so a little bit past the regular accounting. And then I'm also taking, economy and accounting.
Okay.
And those 3 classes, they're hard. They're hard, just like anything in life. And I still have to run my business. And I still have to be a godfather for my little niece. And I still have to be a man of faith. And I still have to do all these things, right? But that goes to show you that really, if you put your mind and your heart with it, you can do anything.
Right.
And I'm living proof of it. Like I really am just showing up for myself. I'm not showing up for anybody but myself. I want to get a degree. I want to get educated. I want to have a business, right? I want to have a close relationship with God. So all of these things really make me who I am today and be able to express myself and be able to share my story, just how I am doing it right now. Like, what a privilege to sit here with you. I mean, you've been in the business for 32 years?
No, 24 years.
24 years? Yeah. I mean, to me, it's an honor to be here. This is a big thing, so thank you for that.
No, thank you. I want to, congratulate you because, you're a young person in our community, in our valley, right? You started your business when you were 22 years old. Yeah. Here you are, 27 years old. You're still growing. Right? Who knows what 5 or 10 years from now will look like for you, right? But if you stay focused and you stay positive, you could do anything. Yeah. You can expand, grow your business just like I see you expanding it. I know that you're able to do 2 or 3 events on the same day now. When we did the Taco Festival this year, you had a big booth there. You had a lot of people in line. And then I'm like, where's Refi? He disappeared. No, you were at another event. You had 2 events the same day, correct?
Yeah, we had 3 events.
3 events a day?
3 events that day.
Yeah, so you're busy, you're positive, and, you stay consistent. Yeah. And, that's the secret to success, to be consistent, right?
Yeah. So
I know that you are a successful business owner right now, but this is only the beginning. This is nothing for you. Yeah. This is only the beginning. You're going to get far places, right? You're going to expand. You're going to be at different places. I go to the Gonzalez market and I see your product there.
Yes, that's also another thing.
I go to other places and I see your product there too. Me and Vicky went to Gonzalez market to buy some carne asada. and we took pictures with your product.
Yeah, I saw that. Thank you.
You know, so what other locations are you at?
Well, we're at the Gonzalez Meat Market on Avenue on L on West Lancaster, and then we're also here in Palmdale Boulevard. And those right now are my only exclusive locations for now.
Okay.
And I wanted to have the exclusivity because once you have your product kind of all over the place, not necessarily that it loses value, but I feel that it's harder for me because I have so much going on.
Right.
So if I can just tell all my audience, hey, it's here, right? And so they all just go there, then that's okay with me.
Okay.
Of course, I want to grow more into more stores, right? Like I want to be a Vallarta, I want to be a Walmart. That's the goal. That was the goal actually from the beginning. Was I always tell my mom and dad, I haven't shared this really with anybody, but I'll share it here in your podcast, is that I always said I see myself on the shelves of Walmart and on the shelves or some sort of collab with Trader Joe's or something, right?
Right.
Something big, something major. And so, but you know, yeah,
It'll happen. You got to claim it. Okay. You got to visualize it. If you see it, you will be there.
yeah.
You will be there, you know. When Vicky and I first came to the Antelope Valley back in 1998, we knew not a single soul here. We didn't know anybody in the AV. We came in here, you know, we moved in and, we slowly rooted ourselves, right? And I remember back in, late 90s, early 2000s, I saw the Chambers of Commerce, I became, a member of the Chambers of Commerce, when I first started the business. And I told my dad one time, Dad, one day I'm going to be the president of the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. One day I'm going to be doing this. One day I'm going to run that,
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm a past president of the Hispanic Chamber. I'm past president of the Acton, the Agua Dulce Chamber of Commerce. I've been a director for all the other chambers.
Yeah.
So if you really see it and you claim it and you stay focused, you can make it happen. Anything is possible. The only thing that can stop you is you yourself. Right?
Yeah.
You the only one that can stop you. Don't let anybody else stop you.
Yeah.
If somebody tells me, George, you cannot do that, I say, watch me.
Yeah.
Watch, I can do this. So what advice would you have, Refi, for someone who's watching our podcast, a young guy like you, who's considering of maybe opening their own business and they're not sure what to do, what do I do, things like that. What would you suggest? What would you advise them?
I would advise them that to use all the resources that are available. Call the chamber and say, when are you meeting? Call this other chamber. Call the city. Just call, reach out. Go to these events. Go to the network events. Go to these events and meet people. Because you just never know who knows who in this town, and then there's an event opportunity for you. But if you're thinking of starting your own business, I think what I would say to you is just making sure that you nail your brand and you stay consistent with the brand. I mean, look at this, right? My hat. I'm always wearing a Refi hat. Mostly every single day, I have different types of hats. This is my cowboy hat because I have a cowboy vibe right now, right? And then I have another one that's a neon green hat because I'm more of a rave, more of a festival vibe. And then I have a jean hat that's more for like everyday wear and different shirts, different colors. And what I say is, don't be afraid to invest in yourself. Don't be afraid to go on YouTube and invest time and put a crash course on starting a business, crash course on marketing 101, right? Because for example, now I'm taking the college classes and I'm learning so much. And they're basic classes. I'm like, whoa, I'm going to really do good in my future because I'm learning things that I would have never learned. Like, for example, not gonna go into detail here, trying to share, right? Because I feel like that's always like what I love school. But one of the things that I learn is, for example, just about the branding, right? And how you present yourself and how you speak and how you talk to others. Like when people, when you get to an event, people are looking at you from your car. So when you are exiting your car and you don't think nobody's looking at you, people are looking at you. So pay attention to that. Pay attention to your brand. Take care of it. It's your baby. So that's my biggest advice, is just make sure that you create a brand for yourself And then whatever you want to do, everything else will just come into place.
Right.
But the brand is very important.
Right. Well, Refi, thank you. Thanks for coming by, sharing some time with us. That's your story, right?
That's my story, and I can't wait to hear other people's story.
So that's Refi's story. What's your story? If you're thinking of opening a business, don't be afraid. Jump in, dive, learn to swim with the sharks. You'll never know unless you try it, right? And if you're a business entrepreneur here in the Antelope Valley or anywhere that you are a business and you want to share your story, I want to talk to you. I want to know what's your story. See you at the next episode.
Tell it loud, tell it proud. What's your story? Let's share it with the crowd.